You're sounding good. It was a little cooler in the garage this weekend. Did you get any further on that turntable?
No, actually, I was fixing a FM generator for alignment and got it done, and it allowed me to see a problem with an FM tuner I've had for the last 50 years.
Computer you've had for 50 years, or did I hear the wrong word?
No, it's FM stereo tuner.
Well, tuner, not computer. Yeah, okay. Very good. What's the brand on that tuner?
It's H.H. Scott 112V.
Yeah, I think I had a Scott for a while. It was a good little unit. It just had no ears at all. Mine was numb. Over.
Now this one, when I found that IF10 problem with that generator, this thing got really hot. It got it's got a lot of Mexican stations on it.
Yeah, well, I never touched mine. I don't know what ever happened to it. It may have quit finally, and I may have just eliminated it. I don't have any tuners anymore. I have some boom boxes that are left over from 25 years ago. A couple of big boom boxes that sort of work sometimes they have a tape player in them, or cassette player position, and then speakers on either side. I probably ought to get rid of those and get something modern out there. I have two little old radios that I got many years ago. They were, battery operated. They also have a crank handle on the side, so you can keep them running even when you're out of batteries. And they're amazing, and they're very efficient. I've had a set of 3 AM batteries in one of them that's in the kitchen, and that thing has been running for at least 4 months, and I run it 2-3 hours a day. And sometimes, like today, I forgot it. I had it on at noon, and I fell asleep halfway through the afternoon, and I didn't wake up till 4:30, and it was blaring away. Over.
Yeah, I've got a small radio that it just keeps going with that one small battery.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't imagine. They put out a pretty good sound too. It's got a clean audio. Except when on FM sometimes I get multipath distortion, but that's not the fault of the radio. I can usually rotate the radio, and I have a little wire hanging off the antenna port, and I can position it to get rid of the multipath sometimes. Most of the time it's clean. But boy, that thing, it just plays and plays and plays and plays. It's got to be drawing 5 milliwatts to 5 mils to run the whole radio or something. I don't know how they can get that much sound out of the box and not draw any current over.
Yeah, I can't figure out how they do such a good job with the audio. This little one sounds really good.
Yeah, same here. I have 2 of these radios. They're identical. And one I keep out on the patio, so I can listen out there a little bit, and the other one I keep in the house. And one of them is a floater. The patio sometimes does not stay out there in the wintertime, but it's out there now. Anyway, I'll let you go, and we'll see who else is floating around in here this evening. I got a black cat, Abby. My stray is rubbing me on the knees, wanting to be petted. He's got food, but he's gotten very, very affectionate lately. Every time he comes back home, and he goes away for a week or half a week, and then he comes back. Every time he comes back, he gets more and more loving. Yesterday, Rob was over, and Rob was petting him, and he was accepting it. And also Dave, WA6LOL, was here, coming back from the Friday night ham club, and he stopped by on Saturday, and Abby was very friendly with Dave also, which is unusual because he used to be the only person he would get anywhere close to was me. So he's becoming more and more acclimated. I almost tempted to let him in the house. He came in the house from the garage door the other day, walked right in like he was supposed to do that, and I said, "Wait a minute, what are you doing?" And I went in the kitchen and opened the kitchen door, and he hustled his butt right out there. He knew we were wasn't allowed in the house because he fights for the other cat. All right, 7-3 background here. K6MYC. Who else do we have?
982. WL.
Bozo number 247.
Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
I hear Charlie Echo Fox, 982, and a couple of others. So good evening to you, Daryl. You're sounding strong up there. Hang in there a minute, and we'll see who else was in there. Who was the other callers?
719W60WL.
Hi, Larry. 719W60WL. And how you keeping over there with Patty?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Everything's fine, and got a few things done this afternoon. I'm probably going to go inside and take a shower. Start relaxing. Over.
Okay.
KM6SRR.
Yeah, hi, Rob.
Hi, Mike. Still flying solo. Got to pick the wife up tonight about 11. And I heard Ben in there, N6SWR down there in Bakersfield. How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing very good. N6SWR, Bozo 247, Delta Mike 05. And I have a cat much like Mike does there, but I domesticated him after a couple of months playing with him in the alleyway, and he decided to move in, and I've had him for about 7 years now.
Well, yeah, I think they find their owner more than you find them, and I think that's the best way to have it. Obviously, over.
Oh, no, I let that in and out, but as yours kind of does. But he sleeps at night on my bed, hugs me, and sleeps at my feet. And like you, he cuddles up to you when he's been outside for a while. He cuddles up to you real close.
X-rays, 1284.
Yeah. Okay. Did I hear another voice in there? Did I hear KB6RQU? No, there was somebody else that checked in with you there, Ben. Hang on a second. Who was the other caller that came in? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Northern California, 2-meter Bozo Net.
Alpha Juliet 6 Papa Delta, AJ6PD 1237.
Yeah, we got you, Tony. I don't think that was you. You're way louder than the other station, but we'll take you. 1237. Frank's still laid up. He's been 4 times this last week to the chiropractor, so he's back invalided along with trying to get his teeth healed, so he's a mess. But maybe this week, I think he was supposed to be over here today, so he's close to getting over here, and we'll have another chat, and maybe he can stop by and start moving in your direction a little bit there.
Sierra X-ray, 1284.
I'm hearing another conversation, but I think that's the boys down south, isn't it, Rob?
No, that's Darren in there, K6OSX, 1284.
Oh, okay. He's behind that damn hill, okay, 1284, okay. Good evening, Darren, is it?
Roger, it's Darren. Kilo 6, Oscar Sierra X-ray. Thanks for the check-in, Rob, of Proxy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, you're almost Q5, and you would be, except I got this buzzing noise in there that's a power line noise, and it's bad. You're not real strong, but you're readable again, Darren. Thank you. K6OSX, 1284. Rob, anybody else? Anybody you want to continue with? I think Ben had some other comments, so go back and see if Ben's got anything else. Over.
Yeah, Ben was talking about his cat there. Have you got anything else for us, Ben? N6SWR, KM6SRR.
No, I don't, and thank you for checking me in, and good evening to Mike as well. No, everything's good. Take care of your cat, and I'll take care of mine. He's wanting to go to bed already. You guys have a great evening. N6SWR.
Yeah, one of mine came up here to the station and telling me that it's time to be fed, so I got to go down and feed him, and then I'll get something myself, too. Okay, thanks, Ben. N6SWR, KM6SR. Back to net.
Okay, 7-3, good evening, Ben. Thanks for checking in. Pretty solid signal tonight. You're quite good copy, quite strong, and no flutter, no fading. So wherever you're pointed, it's working tonight. Hi. N6SWR Bakersfield Delta Mike 05 K6MYC QRZ South San Joaquin Valley.
711 K6MI.
Okay, good evening to you, John. 711 in and out.
You bet.
Okay. Where's Aaron tonight? I haven't heard Aaron. Does he have the stream going right?
I think he's got the stream going. He's out doing yard work, so if he comes in, it'll probably be later on.
Okay.
That's all right. Going down to eat.
I gotcha. Okay. All righty. I think WA6AAJ is hopefully getting over a sinus infection he's got. That's what's kept him out of the way. Hopefully he's starting to feel better. You'd think this warm weather would drive that out of your head. Whenever it got warm, I was okay. But that was me, and some other people are different. Anyway, that's what Bill said he's suffering from. And he's not feeling like getting on the radio. Anyway, we still got lots of others in 6BYH, WA60YB, Sunday night, of course, sometimes dinner with the family. AA6S, same thing.
K6US.
K6US, good evening.
Yeah, I was able to get out there a little bit earlier tonight and got all my yard work done. So yeah, we're here and the stream is up and carry on. K6US 1079 and 1100.
Okay, gotcha. Boy, the LA guys are starting to creep in on us here, even vertically polarized, so they're doing good this evening. And we probably should take a standby. John, KG6USS. Anybody down south want to check in? K6MYC, Bozo 47 net control for the Northern California Bozo Net 2 meter.
And we get more bumps on this frequency a little bit prior to the net, and we check in over the moon.
K6MYC, KO6, JGO, Bozo 1211.
Yeah, hi, Robert. Hang on a second.
856.
I heard 856. That doesn't make sense. 856, is that what I heard?
Check me in also, 1164.
Okay, you've got a lot of flutter on you, and it's difficult to copy, so please repeat. Whatever you're saying, repeat it twice so I can get it. You talked quite a while and somebody else broke in over the top of you, so I obviously did not get very much from you. I'm sorry. Try it again if you would. You've got a good signal. You just got covered. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie standing by. Give me your number. Over.
Okay, then I will try.
Do you have a Bozo number, sir? Do you have a Bozo number? Over. Do you have a call sign, please?
K6MYC W6BBB. K6MYC W6BBB.
K31 up here in the high desert, looking out to the Central Valley over there on Highway 99.
Okay, I hear you, Vlad. Stand by just a second.
QSS 831, hello.
831. Stand by a second, John. Let me pick in Vlad. I'm trying to get Vlad in here. W6 Bravo Vector Bravo, I think it is. Vlad, go ahead. K6MYC Bozo 47, over.
Roger, Mike. Good evening to you. Good evening to the net. And please check in me, number 1164. And also I have special machine from the phone. The number is not the number 856. We need to go a little bit prior to the Bozo Net, but it was early into the net. Number 856, call sign Whiskey Alpha 6 Lima Oscar Lima Day. And that's my relay to the Central California net. Back to you.
Yeah, unfortunately, Vlad, I'm not copying you. I could hear you, but I didn't get anything of that except I think your number is 1164. 1164. Is that a Roger? Is your Bozo number 1164, Vlad, over? You doing any good with him, Rob?
1164 is your number.
Yeah, I heard him real good at one point. That is his Bozo number, 1164.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that. He's telling me a bunch of other stuff there, and it's important, but I can't get any of it. I got too much noise here, and the signal dropped down, Vlad. You were very strong in the beginning, but then we had a little down fade, and you're quite weak at the moment. If you can stand by, we'll pick you up again in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, John to you, John, KG6 USS 831 from Bozo 47 K6MYC, over.
620 here.
Hang on there, Vlad.
Yeah, hi, Mike. K6MYC, KG6 USS.
I hear you, Mike.
Hi, Debbie. And I thought I heard Rob in there. Is that Roger?
Yeah, Rob is here also. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, how you doing there, John? KG6 USS, KM6SR, number 432.
Roger there. Rob got you in here live. How you doing tonight?
Got you.
Got on me, John. That's unusual.
Oh, well, it's still there, Rob. I still hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can just barely hear you. That's all. Just wanted to check in with you there. I got to take care of my hungry cats.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, cats doing regular too. All right, everybody else out here, we want to check in up here in the high desert.
Okay. We're down at the moment, John, but I can probably bring the antenna up a little bit on you. Anyway, let's see. Is there anybody else for John in the high desert, KG6 USS? Go ahead, please. It's pretty quiet on this end right now, John. A lot of our big guns are not in here tonight, over.
Copy that, Mike. All right, well, we're not doing it on there, doing it on me. I'm going to back out here and take care of some domestic business. We'll be back out here with a big cemetery up there in the San Joaquin Valley. Have a good one. Stay well. Stay cool.
Okay, 73s for now, John, and we'll see you or somebody else there on Wednesday. Now, KO6JJO. Robert, I got you in there briefly, but it got busy, really busy all of a sudden there, if you're still there. KO6JJO and the group K6MYC. I don't know if I wrote your number down, John, Robert.
Yeah, so here, Bozo number is 1211. No traffic before if I get big contact, so K73, K6MYC, KO6JJO.
Okay, KO6JJO 1211. We got you down a little bit at the moment, but it may be me wiggling the antenna back. I've got a combination of funny paths tonight for the signals. They're coming in at different spots. I'm getting one of you guys one place and somebody else someplace else here, and you should all be coming from generally the same direction. Hi. Anyway, good to hear you. And you did get Rob in there, 432. Rob was in. I think he talked to you. Go ahead. Anyway, Rob's going downstairs to feed his cats and get a nibble for himself. His wife is still on a trip. She'll be coming home Tuesday. Anyway, 73 KO6JJO, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Anybody else?
1251. Yeah, Whiskey 6 Papa Mike Delta, number 58.
I hear 58 and here 1251. Stand by, Robert. Good morning or good evening, Pat. Bozo 47 here. Of course, I passed that on to John already, but you know what my number is, and I know yours at 58 there. Good to hear you. W6PMD, K6MYC, over. you just took a huge dive.
Been a long time.
So every once in a while, this is kind of turns around there. I mean, we kind of have to use a strong arm anymore to do it. Yeah, I have a friend here. They just made A6AJ. He's interested in working. He's been with his past. He's having a really big difficulty with the mic up for him. If you leave it a little bit longer, I'll probably just change the direction and get a heading for him and get everything tuned in for him.
See, I can hear Pat still down there, but he's coming and going. It's bad conditions tonight for him. Anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley here, K6MYC, before we go to Atascadero?
Whiskey 6 Papa Echo.
Okay, I got you, Mike. W6 Papa Echo 620. We have you. I did respond to you, but obviously you did not hear my response. Over.
No, all I heard is I did hear you say Mike, but there's a lot of mics out there, so I wasn't 100% certain that you got me.
Yeah, we've got you. You're not real strong, but I'm copying you plenty well. But there's no mics in here tonight. I think you're all up. N6BYH is Mike, WA6AAJ is Mike, and I'm Mike, but when it gets really bad, you can call me Mikey. Then I know who you're talking to. Mikey, that's what all the South African guys call me because there's so many mics over there also. Hi. Okay, good evening. Thank you for checking in. It'll be stronger, I think, when I come around the other way. Anybody else? We're still missing 971. Is it too hot in the shack there, Dave?
K6MYC, W6BDV.
Okay, you got to do that phonetically. W6BDV.
Good evening, Mike. And this is Vlad, W6BDV. Please check in 1164 Central Net, and please check in 856 to the moon. I have a relay problem on this frequency from the 1164 and 856 to the moon.
I'm sorry, Vlad, you came in very strong at the beginning again, but the band is just not holding up for us here. And I've got some power line noise or something that's bothering me a little bit. It's not destroying much copy, but it's taken off the first 6 or 8 dB of signal to noise ratio here. I know you're trying to tell me something there, but I just can't get it. Is it related to the other Vlad up here in San Francisco? Is your news related to the other Vlad? Over. It's so bad I don't even hear him, and he's not hearing me. And is not cooperating.
Hey, Mike, he actually is trying to check me in off the moon. I called earlier on the Bozo frequency off the moon, and then Vlad picked me up and is checking me in now off the moon.
Oh, wonderful. That's what he's doing. Okay, he's trying to tell me that, but I couldn't get it. Very good. Wonderful. This moon must be just coming up. You must have moonrise. I heard 856, but it didn't make any sense. I kept hearing 856, and that's who he was trying to check in. Now it makes sense. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, I copy you good, Mike.
Yeah, well, we've been planning this. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, you're up again, Vlad. Thanks for the good deal on the contact. That's one way to get a long-range Bozo check-in, I'll tell you that. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening, Mike. And the band is up and down, so you just like sometimes do like 5-5, sometimes nothing. But again, thank you very much, and thank you for checking Dave. I hope you got information from the moon. And hi. 73.
Yeah, no, I got it. In fact, Dave is on frequency here. WA6LOL is on frequency, and he passed on what you were trying to tell me. So then I heard it from you as well. Wonderful. That's a long-distance check-in relay, I'll tell you that. Thanks, Vlad. Great to hear you. And it is up and down. You're 5 and 8, 5 and 9, and you go right down to nothing. Over. There it is, right down to nothing. W6DVD, K6MYC, 73, Vlad. Right out, Dave.
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf, 971.
Yeah, that's who I was looking for. You made it to the shack, did you?
Yes, I did.
From the moon and...
You got doubled, Dave, what'd you say?
I say yes, I did.
2 Daves in there. Stand by, VBG. LOL, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's a long ways to the moon and back, and boy, my arms are tired.
Okay. N6SWR, did you have another comment to Ben over?
Roger, Mike, I'm trying to reach Mike to the south there, trying to interfere. I couldn't hear you that much. I'm just hearing in the background.
Okay, I missed who was on the side. Say it slowly. Who is on the side that we should check in, over? Ben, I didn't get it. Somebody's on the side, but I didn't get what you said, over. Well, maybe he's talking about Mike is on the side. I guess he's trying to talk to the LA guys. It's a little confusing in here, Dave's. Let me see. K6BBG, how are you doing? Okay. I'm sorry for the pause, guys. All of a sudden, the air conditioning in here quit, and it's about 95 or 100. I just realized I was sitting here in a pool of sweat. The air conditioning is fans blowing, but I can't get the compressor to work, so I've got warm air blowing on me. better than nothing, but not by much. Anyway, let's see. Anybody else for the Bozo Net here in the Bay Area? I mean, in the San Joaquin Valley, and then we'll go to Atascadero. K6MYC, QRZ. Can anybody relay that call?
Station up in Shaver, go again, K6US.
Oh, that's probably Dane, 107. Give me Rogers, Dane. Is that you in 107? Over. There's a 107. Yep.
Yep, that was him. K6US.
And we got you, Dane. It's you're in the noise here. I've got bad noise this evening, even in directions that I don't normally have noise. So I don't know exactly what's causing it, but I've got bad noise this evening. I've also got a very, very affectionate cat hanging on me here. Abby is climbing up in my lap to see if he'll get more petting.
It was, well, Ben up there on his way at 247 to the 2247. That's Ben. And 6SWR, he's got a friend of his up there. And his call is November 6th, Alpha Juliet. November 6th, Alpha Juliet. This is WCMB looking away.
N6AJ, are you passing N6AJ on to me, Ben, K6MYC, over? Ben's coming in so well tonight for me. I don't know whether he's talking down south or whatever. He's trying to get me to listen for, or keeps mentioning November 6 Alpha Juliet. Does anybody know where he is?
Ben was going to bring him onto the radio here, Mike. This is at W6TMD, so I'm just waiting to see if he's hooked up. Otherwise, I'm going to go to Lone Pine.
Yeah, go ahead. Nobody else up this way. We got none of the big guns here, Pat. What did you say about N6AJ? Is he down there? It used to be a local here, but he passed away, and I guess his call was reissued, over.
Not sure about that, but I got Ben here now. Ben, N6SWR. You're going to have N6AJ try to contact us?
Roger, he's online right now, but he's not even here yet, and it turns out he has about an S3 signal of background noise. His house is close to some power lines. We've checked there before, but when something changed, the power is really strange for him, and he's got to do some investigating. He kind of gave up on it. I got him on the line right now. He's listening to our side of the conversation on the phone.
Okay. Do you know what his Bozo number is?
Yeah, I can look it up here real quick. I don't have it. I'll ask him for that.
Nah, don't bother. We'll get him. We'll get his number. I was just gonna see if he had him on there real quick. Let's see. N6. Now I'm on a different page.
Boy, you're way up now, Pat. K6MYC. Good day.
1250. Copy that, Ben. And yeah, Mike. Boy, you're tapping 20 over now. It's like you're in the driveway.
Yeah, conditions are wild, aren't they? I mean, you guys go right to zero. So Vlad comes up like that, BVD, and then you come up like that, and other people come up, and then the next thing I know, you're gone, over.
I think it has something to do with all the aliens up in outer space.
Yeah, it's all the aliens. They're blocking. They're putting them weird fields in the way.
That's probably it. Well, listen, Mike, I'm going to run over to the Lone Pine. I think I'm too late to catch John, but I'm going to give him a shot.
Okay, 7-3, Pat. Thank you. Good signal. Bye-bye.
7-3. All right, let's see. I'm looking at Lone Pine now. Lone Pine.
I'm going to go to Atascadero, guys. K6MYC rotating.
K6,
KE6VG Visalia. You have a beautiful signal in here tonight. You're 10 over.
Who is that?
1251, KE6VG. Beautiful signal into Visalia tonight.
Okay, same with you. Are you talking to me, Robert?
Yeah. No, you're 10 over here tonight.
Number 6.
Yeah, you're doing good, too. I would have come back to you and said more, but we had all these voices coming from all different directions. The band's doing great things tonight, but not always the way we want it to, over.
Yeah, no, I had to run outside and lock my chickens up before the foxes got them.
Oh, I got your 1251 earlier anyway, so you're checked in good shape. You're the only one from Visalia tonight.
No, I just wanted to jump in and tell you that you had a beautiful signal tonight. I don't know what the conditions are weird.
Yeah, they are booming at times and then out completely at others. Anyway, I'm heading toward the Tascadero here. I may lose you a little bit.
Okay, well, have a good evening. KE6VG.
Okay, here I come over toward, just for fun, that's toward the Tascadero. You still copy me over here, Robert?
I copy you a little bit, but you drop down a lot.
You're still Q5, though, so that's a good sign. The old whole loop is doing its thing. 7-3 for now, and we'll see you subsequently here next couple of nights on Wednesday, I guess. KE6VG, saving his chickens from the foxes, K6MYC.
KVG and Visalia, you're making it to Sonora, WA6LOL.
Yeah, I can hear LOL, I can hear you.
LOL, go ahead and make the contact, Robert. LOL wants to work you there. He's up in Sonora. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, K6VG, WA6LOL, Charlie Mike 97.
Yeah, I copied WA6LOL, KE6VG. You're down right at my noise level.
You've dropped down for him, Dave. He says you dropped to his noise level there, so. He's in Charlie Mike 97, Robert, and you might give him your grid. He may copy you over.
What was I, Delta Mike 06?
Yeah, DMO6 is correct.
I got him. Okay. Thank you, KE6VG, DMO6, WA6LOL, Charlie Mike 97. Thanks for the contact.
Yeah, now I heard you jump up totally, Charlie Mike 97. You jumped way up.
Yeah, you're loud again, too. All right. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, that's the way the band is. You just have to be patient, but unfortunately, the timing isn't good on all these contacts. Let me see if a Tascadero's in there. Ron, are you there? W6QUI in the group, K6MYC.
Roger, Roger, I be here. W6QUI, Bozo 1055. Band's down. I usually hear the other guys checking in over there, but only heard a couple tonight. You were very weak until you turned your antenna. Over.
Yeah, no, you're loud, and everything is fine over here, and hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday night. I don't know if we'll see you on 6 meters. I don't think you check in on 6 or 220, but we'll see you Tuesday night, and hopefully we'll have some help in here, so we'll find the best path for you. One of these days, hopefully you're getting going on another amplifier or something for 1296. I've got other people clamoring for to use that. I've got LOL up here that could use it temporarily while he's waiting for the W6PQL amp that he's ordered. But he's ready to go and can make noise up here, but he's only got 4 watts or so to the antenna. So whenever you get going there, hopefully you got something in the works for 1296, Ron. W6QUI, K6MYC, over.
226 is there.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yes and no. I got some ideas for something. Putting up more antennas will probably do just as much good. And what's amazing, because I worked a couple people when I was only running 10 watts, and it was very consistent. So I don't know where this other station is, 4 watts, but maybe he needs more power to get over the hill or something. Okay, I have not heard Eric or Bill tonight, so and I will not be on Wednesday. No Wednesday. The board meeting. I will be Tuesday. I will be on 1200 Tuesday. Over.
Okay, good. We'll look for you on Tuesday. Hopefully WA6S or WA6AAJ is well again. He's suffering from a sinus infection. Mike up there, WA6AAJ, and sometimes, well, the other night Rob was busy cleaning his gutters, and he didn't get on. He had to get his gutters cleaned. He's got an arm or a shoulder operation coming up on Tuesday this week, and he wanted to get the gutters cleaned out. We had rain threatened up here, and he didn't want to wait till after the operation because he wouldn't be able to do much for about a month. So he spent Tuesday at net time finishing his gutter cleaning. So we had no help at all here in your direction. Hi. Okay, let's see, KN6EIV or KB6WRW. Anybody down there? K6MYC.
Haven't heard him tonight.
Yeah, that's what you said, but I thought I'd just give it a try. All right. At least it gets transcribed that way on the stream, and it's memorized forever that we called them. Hi. 7-3, Ron. See you on Tuesday. W6QUI, Rob would say hi, but he's downstairs eating. K6MYC.
Okay, very good. Good night.
Okay, anybody else for Ron over there in the Tascadero before we go to Santa Cruz? K6MYC. Nothing heard. 7-3, Ron.
7-3.
Okay, let's try Watsonville and Santa Cruz. I'm over that way now. W6, KW6S. KW6 Sugar or Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC. Who's in there? Who's that? I'm sorry, Ken. I should have put you over there to W6QY. There was a couple of long breaks you could have popped in. WA6OYB, good evening, K6MYC. WA6OYB, where'd you go? And we got Santa Cruz here for you if you want them. Okay, well, I got him checked in anyway. Santa Cruz or Watsonville, AF6 United. How about you, Lee? Okay, and I don't think we're going to have Tom in here because he's got his daughter in town, and he's been taking care of her till Wednesday. So we only are going to have AF6 United, and if he doesn't show up, we got a blank in Charlie Mike 96. And it seems that way. So I'll go right on into the Bay Area here.
WB6JN.
Yeah, good evening, Tom. I always get you in a couple of different directions. I guess I get you on a bounce out of and that's how I get you at all. WB6JNN, K6MYC, Bozo Net, over.
Yeah, well, you're about 3 over 9, so no problem in your direction presently as far as I'm concerned. I might be a little weaker there, of course. Anyway, had a pretty good day today. I think got up in the mid-70s somewhere. However, it was overcast this morning and also this afternoon, but cleared up in the middle of the day, so not such bad scene over here. And yeah, so that's about it. WB6JNN.
Okay. Well, it was kind of a non-day here also. Several of the last few days have been non-days. We finally got some cool weather. Just warm enough to still make me lazy. I did get out and cut up some wood today. Did that for a couple of hours. Ran out through 3 batteries. So I guess I did as much as I could. I lasted longer than the batteries did. I went through 3 batteries on the chainsaw. When it's hot, though, they don't do well. Lithium these batteries run very warm in the handle of this little chainsaw. If I could keep them cool, they would last longer. If I let them cool, then they come back a little bit. But anyway, so anyway, the point is, I lasted longer without getting cooled off or a drink than the chainsaw did. Which was a blessing because I didn't want to do it anyway. WB6JNN and then on to others, K6MYC.
KB6PA.
Oh, hi, Oliver. Take one, Oliver. Jim's just standing by there. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Mike. KB6PA 900. So, went out for a microwave outing yesterday. Equipment worked. Had some challenges in operating, but we'll do it again next month. And I'm off to New Mexico on Tuesday, visiting my sister, and we'll be back about August 31st. KB6PA.
August 31st. I was thinking October 31st. Holy cow. Okay. We'll have a good 2-week visit down there with your sister. I think she's in New Mexico, is it?
Yeah, north of Albuquerque.
Yeah, very good. Well, it should be nice down there. Good time of the year, I believe. It should be a little cooling. And you've got some altitude there in Albuquerque, as I recall. All righty. Thanks for checking in. Oliver, we should have heard you more often this last week, but you obviously were off doing things, important stuff for you. No worries. Good to hear you. KB6BA with WB6JNN and K6MYC looking for other check-ins from the Bay Area. How about you, Stan?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead.
K6MYC, AB6SR. Oliver's about 5 and 7 with me as well, KB6KA. So, yeah, quiet day here. It was about 84, a little bit warmer than what Jim was saying there in San Jose. So here in Los Gatos, a little bit of a lazy afternoon. So I've done nothing at the weekend, absolutely nothing. Just having a relaxing time. So nothing to report, nothing at all. Be on 6 tomorrow with any luck. So that's about it from me. K6MYC, AB6SR, lazy Sunday.
Yeah, maybe what?
I said, just a lazy Sunday here.
Well, lazy. Okay. A lazy Sunday. I got it. I couldn't put that all together. Got it now. Yes, it was lazy Sunday here, too. I slept more than I should have. I came in the house after cutting the wood about 1 or 1:30 or something and sat in the chair, had a nice cool drink, and sat down. The next thing you know, I'm listening to the radio. I didn't even know where the sound was coming from, but it woke me up because it got into my dream. And it was 4:30. So, 4:40 actually, only 20 minutes before Levin comes on. So I got at least I had a chance to listen to him today, and I didn't sleep through his and very full program with a lot of details on the background of Iran and how that whole regime came about. That was very, very informative. I've heard it before, but not so in such great deal and as far back as it went. It's a regime that's just bent on evil. They have no other intent. Over.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes. It's been that way for 50 years almost.
Oh, it's way back before that, into the 40s, when the whole thing started, bits and pieces of it coming together, and he gave the history of how this Islamic thing got twisted by an Egyptian scholar, of all things. He gave a very thorough history of the thing, way back to the very beginnings of the distortion of the Muslim, and it was a mixture of Marxism and Islam, or that stuff, and and eventually Islam won out. but they kept a few of the nasty things. They kept all the bad stuff from Marxism, and they added a lot of bad stuff of their own, and then the Ayatollah finished us off there in the 70s. Okay. It was, but it was a very informative broadcast on Fox that he had. It's replayed later if you ever wanted to watch it. It usually comes on again about 9. Anyway, 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow on 6. AB6SR. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please, kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie.
K6KLY.
Hi, Rob. Russ, go ahead.
Yeah, just checking in, just breezing through the check here between dinner and dessert, and I thought I'd check in. Over.
Okay. Good deal. Well, good to hear you. You're loud and clear. I have not heard KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. We have not heard KA6 UYH. Maybe one or two others that, of course, PQL's on a trip, so we're not going to hear Jim. So let's take another standby, but good to hear you. Hopefully we'll hear you tomorrow night on 222 and 6 meters, Russ. K6KLY Belmont 111 K6MYC.
All right, real good, Mike. I'll be here if someone needs some help getting some of these guys. I'll be here. K6KLY.
Okay, you mean tonight or tomorrow night?
Tonight and tomorrow night.
Okay, very good. Well, let's see what's left here in the Bay Area. Anybody? KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, most markedly. K6MYC. Anybody?
KA6UYH.
There he is, Chris. Hi, 1226. Good evening.
Good evening, Mike. Good to hear you. According to your live stream, you're kind of in Watsonville, or just a little bit above it. Is that correct, or is that thing out of calibration?
Well, it's probably out of cal a little bit. It's about 10 degrees behind right now. I don't know why. It goes from 10 degrees behind to 10 degrees ahead. But I haven't moved it, but because I'm copying everybody very strong, so I just left it.
All right, Roger. Everybody's kind of coming in and out a little bit. 1 minute you're at about an S9, the next you're jumping down to about an S5, S6, but that's just the way the band is. But good to hear you.
The band is that way, even when I'm pointed right. There I came back up into your area, but I didn't see any change in your signal strength. But you're very loud, louder than normal here tonight. Hopefully it'll carry over and you'll be louder than normal on 6 tomorrow. Over.
Yeah, don't hold your breath on that one. We're still fighting with 6, but at some point we'll eventually get there, I guess.
All righty. Well, good to hear you. We haven't heard you check in on the 40-meter band, although we've had short skip conditions, I think, because people have been checking in. Had a good check-in the other day from a guy in Walnut Creek. If we have Walnut Creek, we certainly have where you are.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that should be a short hop, so that should be good.
Anyway, 40's been a little bit light. Phil, WB6GGY, Bozo 884, has been kind of under the weather. And so he hasn't been checking in on 40 very much. He did check in on 6 and 2 this last week, but only briefly, as he was trying to stay in the shack long enough to check in and then run back toward the pot. Over.
Roger. Well, okay, hopefully I'll try on Saturday or Sunday to catch up with you guys on 40 and see if I can work you guys.
Yeah, okay, good deal. We'll see you then. Thanks for checking in here tonight. KA6UYH, K6MYC. We have WA0K0KO6MSM floating around, and a couple of other the guys that I don't remember all the calls yet because we haven't worked you regularly enough to do it. There must be some others in the Bay Area. QRZ Bay Area Bozo Net, K6MYC. Okay, KE6QR, more regular than most. Good evening, Gary. Very light. coming your way a little bit more. KE6QR177. Go ahead.
You're sounding good there, Mike. 5x7, 5x7. Let me tweak the beam a little bit more your way. That might help a little bit. Anyway, nice day here in Vallejo. Got up into the 70s. All is well. Made a few contacts in NAQP, but nothing to write home about. K6MYC and the Bozo Net, KE6QR.
Yeah, Roger. Well, Friday night I had a phenomenal opening into Europe. I worked about 15 or 20 Russians, one Ukrainian, one Finland station, one in Israel. Not Israel, but Italy, and one in Kosovo, and the rest of them were all Russians, including Echo 77, which is a weird name to say, but you can look it up, Echo 77. I think it's a little Russian community with two names. Anyway, so otherwise the bands were very noisy on 40. I did do a connection with the Lighthouse guys on South Africa, both on 40 and on 20 on Saturday night. That was good. They're having a lighthouse weekend there. I worked 3 or 4 stations on lighthouses in the Cape Town area around South Africa, and but the band was really noisy, so it was a struggle. But we did it, and that was good. And then I went over to 20 and worked them again on 20 meters briefly at about midnight. So it was a pretty good, interesting HF weekend here. K6MYC back to KE6QR.
Okay, thank you, Mike. You're sounding good, and yes, it's an interesting weekend on the radio. We'll have a good net, and in a few weeks we may be checking in from Isleton again, but not till September. K6MYC and the Bozo Net, KE6QR.
Okay, well, September ain't that far away. I don't know. What is the date today, Gary? Over?
August 16th.
16616.
Roger.
Okay. I lose track of the days when I don't have 2 or 3 nets in a row here. I had the last net was Thursday, and I don't remember what day it was. Then I have to count forward. What is it tonight here? Okay. I left it blank. I put August 1 something down, and I'll fill it in. 6. There we go. Got it. All right, 7-3, Gary, and we'll see you subsequently here. N6RO, how about you, Ken? Are you in there? N6RO, K6MYC.
Oh, we are. K6MYC, N6RO. Bozo 835. High temperature 91. Dinner is going to be, very soon, barramundi and bok choy. Over the weekend, my two-man team of WD6T and N6WM came in what looks like second place. They won it last year, but a station in Central Texas, K5TR, we think has the top slot. He hasn't submitted a score to the 3830 contest list. Anyway, that's it. And next week we're looking forward to the Hawaii QSO party. N6RO.
Okay, very good. Well, I was on the band. I did not hear very many people calling a contest NACQP. I did not hear very many people. I was on 40 and 20 quite a bit of the time through the weekend, and I was amazed at the lack of activity.
These guys made 1,300 Qs. 20 was the big one. He had almost 700 contacts on there. But we had a few on 160 and I think 3 on 10 meters. The other bands were fairly good.
63 on what band?
3 on 10 meters. There was hardly anything there.
Oh, 10 meters. Okay. You jumped from 160 with 0 to 10 meters with 60. Okay. What about 80?
80 was pretty good. We didn't go there until pretty late because you try to do it before the band is really settled down and torque from going down. So Dave went there about 9:30 or so, and he managed 38 multipliers, which ain't bad from the West Coast in August.
Yeah, not too bad. It was probably a very noisy band. It was certainly noisy on 40 for me. It was S9 plus 10 to 15 static crashes, averaging. Well, the meter was just bouncing back and forth between S7 and S9 plus 15. Over. Did I go away?
Yeah, you went away.
What do you mean? And no audio at all?
But not for a couple seconds.
Oh, what I said was on 40 meters, I had QR Nancy like crazy, and the S meter was jumping between S7 and 15 over 9 continually. Over.
Yeah, it's very noisy on even up to 20 meters at QRN from thunderstorms, but it was really gross on 80 and 160. We did have got 5 multipliers on 160. I think it was 13 contacts. For the one from last year, we had 9 mults last year, which ain't bad for the summer. And 6-hour.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 0 on 160, so I wasn't copying that right. Okay, very good. Well, sorry they got beat out by N5TR, but that's a big station.
Oh yeah, K5TR. And he's a good contester also. He's been around a long time.
Yeah, and they're also in a very good location there.
Yeah. Central Texas is a good place to be, or Louisiana. I lived in West Texas for quite a while, and then San Antonio, and it got better as I went east.
Yep, that's it. All right, well, look, we'll see you tomorrow on 222 and 6 meters, and have a good rest. Have a good rest the rest of Sunday. Hi. N6RO, okay, 6MYC, Bozo Net.
Yeah, I had 10 hours sleep today. So I'm roaring to go all night watching sports. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Now, KD6WVL, are you in here, John?
K6MYC, KD6WVL, 1179, sounding good.
Yeah, you are too. You're booming in. Good signal. Of course, we missed Mario, but you're holding up your end of the bargain there in Modesto. And you heard our reports on all the activity that Ken and I did, so I don't know what you did on the bands, HF bands there, over.
No, I didn't do much at all but listen to static on 6 meters, over.
Yeah, that's a thrill, isn't it? You can listen to that for hours and you get the same station over and over again. White noise.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. I look at all the activity, in the Midwest and the East Coast, and we get nothing.
Oh, there was there 6 meter activity other places?
Well, usually on the clusters, I see other stuff there, but when there is something here, it's saying FT8 or something, so it's no sideband, over.
Yeah, I haven't even gone over to 6 for several days now. It's just been kind of like a waste of time, I think, at this time of year for us here. Oh, well, we could squeak out an opening, but it would probably be on FT8 long before it migrated to 6 meters. All right. Excuse me, I got the dinner hiccups here. 7-3, John, see you tomorrow on something. 6 meters, maybe KD6WBL, K6MYC, clear and listening.
K6MYC, WB6JNT.
WB6 something.
Juliet November Papa JNT.
WB6JNP, that's Dane.
It is, and now that you're in towards the Bay Area,
I get a little better signal off the back.
Well, you sure do. You surprised me. I thought, what the hell? That's not the right call for this direction. Well, I'm not pointed toward the Bay Area. I'm actually up halfway. I'm just pointing right up the middle of the valley right now, where I'm at 300 and about 310 or so.
Okay. I was just reading the mail on the net and copy from the Desco station without any problem. Our antenna is rather strange. It's an old Larson, I think they were a 5/8 that didn't require radio. And I just tie wrapped this thing onto the side of the ladder. So that's my horizontal for the moment.
Okay. Well, it's working. You got a little distortion. It sounds like maybe a little bit of RF feedback in there, but for the most part, it's readable. So and quite good copy. 7-3, Dane. Have fun. Well, you got another few days before you come back?
I think we're coming back Friday or Saturday of next week, and the rig I'm using right now is Dan's old IC 7100.
I see. Well, that sounds okay. It's just not you. It doesn't have a crisp, clean audio. It's got some more bass in there and a little rumble. So I didn't recognize the voice, so when you said your call sign, I didn't believe I was hearing what I was hearing. Over.
Oh, you know how it goes. But anyway, the weather's got me on a little hoarse and things like that. So, it's if I didn't want to be that way, I would use FM.
Yeah, it got cloudy here toward the end of the day. When I walked out here at 7:30, it was already clouded over. The sun was trying to come through. There was a minuscule shadow that I was making, but most of it was a haze, cloudy, thin clouds and haze. And it wasn't cool, though. We're still in the 90s, low 90s. It's cooler. It's not knee-buckling hundreds, but it's still pretty warm. 7-3, good evening. Have fun the rest of the week, and we'll look for you on the bands throughout the week, John. Dane. WB6JNP, K6MYC, clear. Looking for anybody else up the center of the San Joaquin Valley here.
Kilo Delta 6, Uniform Bravo X-ray, Sean in Lodi.
Oh, hi, Sean. KB6UBX in Lodi, K6MYC, and your Bozo number is, Sean?
It is 233. I apologize, I haven't been around, but I am still alive.
Is it 233, 233?
Yes, affirmative.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, well, you haven't been around. You're right. We have another stacked station that I hear in your direction also in Stockton, KO6JPU. And I don't hear him in here tonight either. His name is Jake. And he comes in quite nicely from that area. Anyway, good to hear you. Go ahead, take a transmission and tell us what you've been up to.
Well, thank you, Mike. Haven't been up to a whole lot. Just been, doing family stuff and, taking care of people and things around me. You know how it goes. I've been preoccupied, but, I did start getting Medicare, so I'm going in the right direction.
Okay. Oh, what a thrill getting Medicare.
Well, it was a big deal for me because I was self-paying my insurance, being self-employed, and to finally get a massive break.
Yeah, well, it ain't much of a break. I've got good health insurance, and they take $800 a month out of my Social Security to pay my Medicare over.
Oh, wow. Well, they take $200 out of my Social... Well, I don't get Social Security, but they take $200 out of my wife's, and I have to self-pay $200. But for my actual medical insurance, I was at the $1,300 level, so it was about a $900 drop, so I'm running the aisles.
Yeah, well, it's $1,400 a month for me, and I don't hardly have anything. I don't spend $1,400 on medical all year round. Luckily, I'm healthy. I shouldn't complain, but I hate to just waste the money. Anyway, good evening to you. Thanks very much for checking in. Good to hear you again, Sean. Try not to make it so long next time. Okay, take it away. K6MYC, over.
Okay, thank you, Mike. You guys take care out there. I'm listening. KD6UBX, float eye.
Is it Kilo Bravo 6 Uniform Baker X-ray, right?
Kilo Delta 6 Uniform Baker X-ray.
Okay, KD6. I could never tell. When you say it without phonetics, it's impossible to know. Hi, hi. Jab, jab with a pointy stick. Thank you. 7-3.
7-3.
Well, it's up that way. K6MYC, Bozo Net.
756.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead. I'll point more your way. Darren, go ahead.
Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo, 756, and good evening, Mike.
Yeah, good evening to you. It's interesting. In this direction, I have to be more to the right of the signals coming in. When I'm pointed west to the Bay Area, I can be way south of everybody, and it doesn't make any difference. I point towards Santa Cruz, I can hear everybody in the whole area of San Jose. Hardly makes any difference. So I point south of people when I'm pointing west, and I have to point east of people when I'm toward you, over.
Yeah, you just got to work your way around all them hills. Yeah, if you go right through the hill, you're trying to get over it, and it ain't working. But you can get around it. I think it has a lot to do with thermals coming up the valley, and you're trapped in a nice thermal barrier coming up the valley, and that's why actually I think you'd be better off a little bit west of the direct point to me. But hey, what do I know? That's just my conceptual thought of the subject.
Yeah, well, I was also getting you quite a bit to the west tonight. Clear up to the east now, and you're still the same. So you're just squashed all over the place.
Well, good or bad it is. Good evening, and I'll kick it over and let you run on to KR6MR. He's waiting in the wings.
Yeah, and I just realized during the week one day, I said, holy cow, I never did look for the guys in Redding last week. That was stupid. So I got to do that. But let me see if John's in there. John, go ahead, make it, and then we'll look for the Redding boys, over.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC and the group. KR6MR, Bozo 759. Another beautiful day. Go ahead.
Beautiful. Good deal. Well, we had a nice day here. It was a little warmer than I like, probably. It was in the low 90s, I think. And I could have been happier at 89. But anyway, I did take advantage of it and worked outside for a couple of hours doing some chainsaw work on some lumber that had to be sawed up. Anyway, that was our day, and hopefully we'll have good conditions tomorrow night on 222 for you. I'm going to let you go and go back and get the Redding boys with great apologies because I skipped right over them last week. I forgot to even stand by for them, and they're probably sitting there still scratching their head. What the hell happened last week? KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike, I'll let you go. You get a call to the Redding guys. KR6MR back to net.
Alrighty. We'll see you on 220. KR6MR, Redding, and Charlie November 80. Redding. I don't know where to point for you guys. The signals are all over the map tonight. Charlie November 80, Redding, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KO6HS. Go ahead, Rich.
KO6HS230, Mike.
Okay, I hear you. I think Rich is mad at me for missing you last week, over.
Oh, yeah, could be, yeah. I mean, we're all feeling bad getting skipped over that. Yeah, we're all got our feelings hurt over that, over.
I missed that. Let me take a little longer with your signal and get back on you. I overshot you, over.
Okay, roger on that. Yeah, I'm not sure where he is. Haven't heard of
in here. You're up and down too. You're bouncing around, but it's a little bit of flutter too. A little bit of flutter on your signal. So funny things happening out there in the propagation world tonight. Over.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing on you is a really rapid two-cycle or one-cycle flutter. And that's why I missed what you said on the previous transmission, because you were a good copy, but it was, good signal strength, but distorted from the flutter. So we'll see if we can get Rich in there now. I'm peaked on you now, and you're up solid. It's still got the flutter, but it's diminished because of signal strength high. Sorry I missed you last week. I got carried away with something, and I went right on by, and I never called for Reading, so hopefully you won't hold it against me. Over.
Roger. Yeah, we'll let it go this time. We'll with a suitable size on the check. We can let that go by. So no problem. Over.
Okay. Well, thank you. It happens, but very rarely. I don't like to forget. I have friends in Reading and have background in Reading. We owned property up there, as I said, when my dad was alive. We owned property up on the Sacramento River just below Reading and above Red Bluff. So I have some roots up there to a small degree anyway. And we spent many pleasurable hours up on Whiskey Town training the kids on how to water ski and stuff like that. I like that lake because it's constant level. You always have a nice beach and you know where the bottom is. Over.
Yeah, that's true. They have it keep it at a certain level. They maintain a certain level. It's a national, it's a federal park. Whiskey Town's a federal thing, so they got different rules up there. And my wife goes out there to kayak occasionally, so it's very popular. Over.
Yeah, no, it is, and it's now got some age. I was there when it was formed, when President Kennedy edicted that Whiskey Town Lake be formed, and as a constant level lake from above Trinity there, and so we were there from the very first time it was a lake. The shoreline was still brush and stuff. Now the shoreline has gotten cleaned up and gotten sandy, and it's a much nicer lake than it was when it was 50 years ago. Hi.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yeah, you peaked up S9 there, so really good peak on that transmission. Yeah, they take care of it. It's a good level. It's very nice, and like I said, very, very popular. And they did an Ironman run today, and part of that was going a mile. I think it was a mile and a half swim up there at Whiskey Town. So the old Ironman thing was on today in Reading, and that's where they started out with a swim. Over.
Oh, okay. Very good. And I've done a lot of water skiing on Whiskey Town. I remember one time I was skiing along and I was on a single ski, but it was a converted double ski. We just put a secondary boot on it. It wasn't a very good ski, and I was cutting a real hard corner, and the damn thing broke right in the middle, and the broken section came up and crotched me. It didn't hit the dangerous area, but it was awful close. I thank the Lord that it broke right in the right place. That was my big recollection of skiing on Whiskey Town. Over.
Roger on that. Yeah, that water skiing is something I've never tried, and I don't know, from what I've seen, a lot of videos on that. I'm not sure I'm brave enough to do that, but a lot of people do. A lot of people like it. So I think the things that I know will float, or I'm pretty sure will float and keep me above the water. So that's about as far as I go. I got a pool now, so I just hang out in the pool, and that's at the house here, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, I missed a little bit of that. You went down and stayed down the whole transmission, but I got the gist of it. Anyway, very good. Sounds like we both got memories from Whiskey Town there. All right, let's see if Rich is in here. Rich, did you find us by now, or did you come out of your cave? KD6 Sugar Whiskey, Soppin' Wet, K6 MYC. No, either still mad or still eating or something. All right. 7-3, Jerry, and we'll look for you Wednesday. And I'll do my best not to forget you guys, for heaven's sakes. You're so consistent. I don't know how I did that. I just got wrapped up in what was going on. We had a new 1 or 2 guys in the Sacramento area, and I think that distracted me. 7-3, my friend. KO6HS, K6MYC. Good evening.
All right, 7-3. We'll catch you next time. Over.
7-3. Okay, anybody else before I go to Nevada? Heading toward Nevada. Up to Nevada. Here we are toward Nevada for N7 Victor Alpha Charlie, Victor Alpha Zulu, I should say. KD6BQ and KE7UQL. Let's go for you first, Eric. I may be close to the right heading for you. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6MYC.
N7VAZ, 1193, over.
Yeah, moving in. Wow, that's good. Easy copy, 1193. Thank you, Eric. How are you doing up there?
Doing great. Beautiful day today. Over.
Yeah. Good deal. I worked a guy up there this morning, I think. I think it's AL7 Radio Foxtrot, Alpha Lima 7 RF, and he's in Reno, he said. I think Reno. I don't know if you know him or not, HF guy, but anyway, I did work somebody up your way that way today. Good to hear you.
But I'll come up. Over.
I'm sorry, I doubled with you a little bit. Do you know him? I doubled with you. Go ahead.
I don't know him, but I'll look him up. Over.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how long he's been there. I thought he said Las Vegas at first, and he said, no, I'm not in Vegas. I'm in Tahoe or Reno, I guess. I'm sure he said Reno. So that must be somewhere close to you there, but Reno is a big place. All right, good luck, and let me see if I can hear Richard in here. Oh, I think Richard I thought Rich said he wouldn't be here on Wednesday, but I think he should be here tonight. Anyway, we'll try. KD6BQ, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249, over.
Booming signal. Good to hear you. And also, Eric was quite strong and quite steady, so different than the conditions to everybody else. Over.
Yeah, you're doing good tonight. Well, I was hearing you off the back of the beam. Yeah, my friend Todd, the guy that picked up the amplifier from me down there, remember he stopped by and brought the amplifier up to me? So he's here visiting right now, so we're here in the shack looking at stuff.
Yeah, very good. Good evening to Todd in the background there. And obviously your trip down here to pick up the amplifier was worthwhile. Sometimes it's frustrating to sell or give stuff to people and then they never use it. Over.
Yeah, well, we got it going there. Had a little problem at first, but we had some bad capacitors, got those fixed, and everything was fine. I didn't realize the capacitors were bad until the first time I tried to talk to you. You told me there was a lot of hum on there.
Oh, is this on the power supply?
Yeah, this is a long time ago. We got it fixed, but first time I used it to try to contact you, you told me there was a lot of hum. Something was wrong.
Yeah, I'll be darned. I've never had a high voltage capacitor fail, so that's unusual.
Well, this thing has a whole slew of them on a PC board, and they're all tied in series with load balancing resistors across them. And I think one of them had gone bad, and then it started a chain reaction of all of them starting to fail.
Oh, yeah. No, I take it back. I have had electrolytics in a stack like that. I have had that failure. They tend to dry up after a few years, particularly when they're not in service. If you keep them in service, putting voltage on and off of them on a regular basis, they stay healthier longer. It's like us, I guess. If we don't do anything, we dry up and die. Yeah, that's true. You could. I've had that happen. But the old oils, the big old oil capacitors of 15 and 20 microfarads that we used to use before we started stacking electrolytics, they never fail. Over.
Yeah, those old oil-filled ones are pretty good, but you can't find those anymore.
Well, I think part of it is people are afraid of the oil. There was oil for a while that was, they thought it might be you might be a little bit sensitive to cancer or something, but I can't remember what the name of the oil was, but everybody was tending to get rid of their oil capacitors. I've got a 40 microfarad 12 kV one here, 40 microfarad 12 kV oil. It's in a big, strong steel case. It's a power company thing, commercially made. I bought two of them, and one of them went away a long time ago with a power supply, and I've still got the other one. Never put it in service, but those don't dry up, do they?
No, that'd be a pretty scary capacitor fully charged if you were to get across it.
Well, yeah, but there's a little piece of wire hanging. They can even charge up just sitting there. So I've got a little piece of wire going from the hot terminal to ground over.
Yeah, keep them shorted when you're not using them.
That's for sure. Otherwise, they can wake up your day when you lean your elbow onto it.
Yeah, or worse, blow your elbow off.
Well, they don't don't store up that much generally, but yeah, I've never had an issue with, even when I didn't have the wire on them for a while and I put it on, I didn't notice anything. These are about 30 inches high, 6 inches thick, and 12 to 14 inches across. So they're big capacitors. They stand up quite high. Anyway, let you go, but good to hear you, Todd, and thanks for coming down and picking the amp up for Richard there. KD6BQ in the group. Rob, are you back in the shack? K6MYC to KM6SRR.
Yes, Mike, I'm back in the shack there.
Say hello to Richard and Todd there. Todd was the guy you heard come down and picked up the 8877 that Richard's using now.
Okay, how you doing, Richard? KD6BQ, KM6SR, and good evening to Todd there.
Yeah, very good there, Rob. Good to hear you. You're not quite as strong as Mike tonight, but got a good signal. And yeah, just so you know, Todd and I have known each other since the 6th grade, and the truth of the matter is, now I'm going to reveal a secret. He is one of the two that were together gave me my novice test.
You kind of went down on me a little bit. I peeked more on you. I was still pointed towards Eric there, but I lost the last part there. But you said Todd's been a friend for a long time?
Yeah, he's been, yeah, he gave me my novice test when we were in college.
Did you get that? He said that Todd gave him the novice test with them when they were in college, over?
Yeah, I did hear that part there, Richard. Thank you. Yeah, novice test. You can't do that anymore, huh?
Yeah, well, you should hear the other part of the story. It's much more embarrassing. We were both supposed to get our license at the same time, and my father helped me build this little novice transmitter that we both use, but I got it now. And anyway, long story short, he got his license shortly before he moved. We were, you know, probably, 14, 15, I don't remember when it was. And it was 9 years later that he gave me my novice test, so I was a little slow getting on the ball there.
Yeah, 9 years slow. That's a long time. Did you, for the novice, was that one that required the code?
What you asked about the novice test?
Yeah, 5 words a minute was required, yes.
Oh, yeah, we had to do the 5 words a minute, and I think, I forget whether my roommate was also a ham, so between one of them was sending and the other was timing it on the watch to make sure it was the right speed. And they opened up a book, and in the middle of the book, and they just started typing the code out of the middle of the book, and I had to copy 5 minutes of that and get 1 minute perfect. Well, I got a couple minutes, and then I missed one, and got another minute, and then I missed one, but I clearly made better than the 1 minute perfect.
Yeah, you faded down again, but I did hear 5 minutes of copy. That's a long time.
Well, you need one straight, solid minute of copy out of 5, so that was what he did. He had 2 or 3 that he got, 2 that he missed.
Yeah, we doubled a bit there, Mike.
Did you hear what I said, or did you hear Richard, Rob?
No, I heard Richard say you doubled, and I heard what you said too there. Anyway, good to hear you guys. I'll be standing by. KM6SR.
Okay, let's see if Daniel's got his 2-meter antenna up after the storm. I don't know whether we had him in there. I think we had him in here the other night, but he said he might take 2 meters down because it was going to be lightning and thunder. But I think that's past now. KE7UQL, KE7UQL, K6MYC, Daniel.
Kilo 6, Mike Yankee Charlie. This is 272, KE7UQL, and yes, I survived a lightning event with no damage, over.
Good. Good deal. Nice strong signal with a little flutter. How you doing, Rob?
Yeah, he was down for me, but I could hear him. How you doing, Daniel? KE7UQL, KM6SRR.
Very good, Rob. You have a strong signal. The path is down a little bit, but you're Q5, over.
Roger on Q5. Thanks for being there.
Okay, yeah, you're really strong now, and the flutter went away. It just, you moved right into the shack with me, Daniel. Conditions are strange tonight. Really strange going east and south. I was getting guys out of LA at were 10 and 15 over 9, and within 10 seconds they'd be gone. So it's a really funny up and down massive QSB with huge peaks, and the peaks were wonderful, but they didn't last long, and luckily the nulls didn't last too long either. All right, let's see if anybody else is in there. K6DAI or K6SUN, K6MYC.
K7SUN, Bozo number 442, over.
Well, blow me down. I'm sorry about the number, K7SUN, sorry. 442. Surprise, surprise. Good to hear you, Stan. And I'll turn it over to Rob, but maybe he's got copy on you as well. K7SUN, Fallon, Nevada, K6MYC.
Yeah, how you doing, Stan? Yeah, I was still pointing towards Daniel there, but I moved a little bit towards you. K7SUN, KM6SRR.
Definitely been up and down. It was really amazing when you pointed at San Francisco. You came up to about an S9 over here, and you weren't even pointed this way. So yeah, it's a weird night.
Yeah, sometimes we get a bounce off of Mount Diablo or Mount Tamalpais or something, some mountain over here. A lot of guys in Placerville on the eastern hillsides here of the San Joaquin Valley hear us very well from the Bay Area, so you obviously caught one of those peaks. Try it again with Daniel. With Rob, I should say. You guys doubled just a little bit, so Rob, give him another call. K7SUN, KM6SRR to take it, K6MYC.
Yeah, I peaked a little different there for you, Stan. This should be a little better. K7SUN, KM6SRR.
Yes, Rob, the band went down. You were S9 for a little while you was talking to Reno, but talking to Washoe Valley there. But yeah, anyway, I got a copy on you and sounding pretty good tonight, Rob.
Yeah, thank you, Stan. Yeah, I did a little more adjustment, got you a little better there, so hopefully I'm better too. Yeah, it's crazy conditions tonight there, over.
Yes, and you came up there, so you came up to a nice solid F7, so yeah, the little bit of change definitely made a difference.
Yeah, you boomed way up to F7 also. That's great. I don't know about these conditions.
Yeah, you're up in the red now, Rob. Yeah, I just wish that it'd stay that way, So anyway, you're sounding good.
Yeah, Mother Nature did a laying of the hands on the troposphere.
Yep. You doing much fishing this summer, Stan?
No. Lori had her knee replaced, and we had some issues with that, so she had to get some scar tissue broken up, and yeah, so I've been basically staying home this summer. So she's finally pretty much healed up, but it's been a long 2.5, 3 months.
Yeah, that's good that she's healing up there, and you'll get back out there. I'm sure the fish will wait for you. Haha.
Yeah, hopefully next summer will be a whole lot better, but yeah, I've been sticking pretty close to home.
More fish and bigger. Okay, Nurse Sten, we'll see you. Thanks very much for coming in. Maybe you can come in more often here. Always great to hear you.
It sounds good there, so yeah, I've did more cooking. I've did more cooking in the last 3 months than I did my whole life, so anyway, yeah, I'm getting to be quite the chef. All right, you guys, nice chatting with you. I'll let you get your antennas turned back around the other way, so K7SUN.
73 Stan, K7SUN, KM6SR.
73 Stan and Daniel and Richard and all back to Eric. I'm about 15 degrees off of you, Eric, but you might still be hearing us there. All right, guys, great check-in night. Thanks very much for all being there. And we'll see you Wednesday or tomorrow or whenever you can get on for the various bands. Good night, all. K6MYC, I don't know, Porterville, I guess, is next, Rob.
Hey, Mike, N7WT is also there, although he says he can't, he can barely copy you, so something's wrong with your antennas, but he was talking to me here on 220. So he's here, you can check him in.
Okay.
Yeah, he said something must be wrong with his antennas because you come up out of the noise occasionally, but he's really not hearing you very well.
Well, I'm not pointed at him. Just a minute. Try to get back his direction. All right, this should be closer to where Larry is. N7 Whiskey Tango. How about now, Larry? K6MYC.
K6MYC, N7WT, number 657. Audio loud and clear right at the moment, over.
Yeah, no, when I point over toward Fallon, Nevada, I'm off of you almost 20 degrees, so it makes sense. And Rob's, I'm sure, hearing you, and welcome back. It's great to hear you. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, Larry, I don't know if you can hear me. I can barely hear you. I know you're in there with the noise there, but N7WT, KM6SRR, good to have you back on there, over.
This is N7WT. You're loud and clear at the moment. Earlier, I was listening to you when you were talking to Richard, and you just were in and out. What the heck? I could hear you the next minute. You were just, both of you were gone. Earlier, I couldn't hardly hear Rob at all, but you're 2-5 now, Rob, over.
Yep, you came up real loud, and then he kind of went down, but I still had a copy on you. Good to hear you there, Larry. Thanks for coming in there.
Yeah, thanks for trying, Larry, and I don't know how your 220 system is, but we can look for you tomorrow on 220. Try to give you as much RF as we can for your sick front end there, over.
Yeah, they're going down in the noise for me again. I think there's something wrong with the antennas. They're not fully proper. There's times I can switch to the other ones that are really all fouled up, and they get a little stronger, and then your thing disappears. So anyway, I'll say 73, and if I see you're here, but your notes are really good. But when it goes down, then I just can't always understand. 73 and 770.
Okay, Richard, would you tell him that was a solid copy, but he won't hear me, and tell him we'll look for him on 220 if he can do it, over?
Yeah, Roger, I'll pass it to him on 220 FM.
Okay. 73 Larry, 657 hasn't been in the logs for a long time. Thank you. KD6BQ, N7VAZ, N7 Whiskey Tango, KE7UQL, and K7SUN. Man, we had half the world in the Reno, in the Nevada area tonight. Thanks, guys. K6MYC. Good night, all.
KE7UQL, 73.
73, Daniel. It did.
73 Daniel, KE7UQL, KM6SR, and 73 to you too there, Richard.
I'm going going toward Porterville, 200.
Did you get everybody in the Bay Area?
Well, as much as we're going to get. Let me try one call. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6 WFC. Are you there, Mike? K6MYC. No, he ain't there.
KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SRR with K6MYC, standing by. Good to hear you, Eddie. Hey, I can call on the net tomorrow night, but I'm not sure if I want to. I need to get up at 3 a.m. for my operation, so I'm going to probably try to pass it on to trade with another guy.
All right. Well, even when I check in on yours there, you can, I'll put you down on mine.
Okay, sounds good. Yep, I got to try to go to bed early because I got to get up real early to get in there. He starts operating at 5 a.m. and I've got a couple hours to get ready and go down.
All right. Well, don't have too much fun there and everything, and we will catch you later on.
Okay. Good night, Eddie. Good to hear you. KE6BK, KE6MYC. Good to hear you. Thanks for your 858. Over.
Yeah, 5 a.m. is early and everything. I used to have to go into work at 5 a.m. And everything. So, yeah, I know the feeling. Guys, take care, and we'll catch you later. K6MYC and KM6.
Yeah, I just got to sleep this morning a little bit after 5 a.m. Slept like a rock till 7:30. Over. I don't know if you heard that or not, Rob.
You doubled with him, I think.
Eddie, what I said was 5 a.m. I just got to sleep at about 5 a.m. A little after 5 a.m. I went to sleep. I looked at the clock and it was 5:15 or something, and the next thing I know, I woke up and it was 7:30. Over. No, he's not hearing me, Rob.
Okay, Eddie, I don't know if you're still there or not, but thanks for checking in. KE6BK, KM6SR, 73.
Well, maybe he pulled the cork. He's quick. Okay, anybody else down south, KB6RQU, are you around all 61? Nothing heard there. Anybody else in Visalia?
I was here in Porterville tonight, pretty good. WA6LOL.
Yeah, probably better than he was hearing me. He seemed like he wasn't getting much of me.
Well, I heard him at the first part, and then he just sort of disappeared when he disappeared to everybody else.
Yeah, a lot of funny QSB on the band tonight. All right, I think we're done here. Anybody else for the Bozo Net before we pull the cork? I don't hear anybody, so K6MYC, Bozo 47 and Delta Mike 07 on August 14, 2026, closing the 2-meter Bozo Net here. Good night, all.
Good night, Mike.
Yeah, good to see you on Sunday, 7-3 Sunday. And was it Saturday, wasn't it? Saturday there. Good night, Dave.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Good night, Mike. K6US.
Yeah, good night, Rob. Aaron. By the way, there's another station. I think I mentioned this. I'll mention it again. Alpha Lima 5. Roger, I think his call is. Alpha Lima 5 Radio. He's up in the far northwestern peninsula of Alaska. And I told him about the Bozo Net, and he was interested in that. So he may check in. I told him there's a guy that runs the stream. His name is also Aaron. We have a chat room, so I told him to go to the page and how to get into YouTube and all that. So you might see a chat line from somebody way up there in Alaska saying, "Hello, Aaron. This is Aaron in Alaska." Over.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I didn't see anything tonight, but I'll keep an eye on it this week because you never know. People just pop up from all over the place. K6US.
Yeah. Good night, Good night, Aaron.
KM6SRR, Rob, WA6LOL.
Hey, Dave. Yep, turned your way so I can hear you now. And yeah, Mike, on our chat room, we had a guy from Wyoming listening in.
Oh, he probably overheard something I said, and I tell guys a lot how to get into the net and stuff, and there's the YouTube thing and all that, so I wouldn't doubt that we'll get those. What was the call in Wyoming? I bet it was KY7Y.
He just gave his email, or yeah, I think it's his email. No call sign.
Okay, I worked a guy in Wyoming. I think it was KY7Y, so that makes sense.
Guy's name is Howard. Well, that's his last name of it.
Yeah, B. Howard.
As opposed to Don't Be Howard.
Oh, you're sharp tonight, Dave. How you doing? WA6LOL, KM6SRR.
His brother's name is Don't Be Silly.
There you go. Hey, Rob, did you hear the DX that checked into the Bozo Net tonight?
Not sure. When was that, and what was the call sign?
Well, Vlad and I figured this out. We've been plotting. Anyway, I called K6MYC on 144.240 before the net on the Bozo frequency, but I was aimed at the moon, and Vlad picked me up off the moon down there in La Jolla, and anyway, then he relayed my check-in to Mike from off the moon.
Okay, now it makes sense. Yeah, I heard Vlad checking you in, and I was trying to think, well, how did he do that? I guess we missed you when you called and talked to Vlad. We sure did, because he did it on the moon.
It was a long-distance relay is what it was.
Yeah, I was telling Mike it's a long distance, and boy, are my arms tired. Well, anyway, enough of that funny stuff. So I'm really not a comedian, so I just shouldn't even try. But yeah, so that was, we've been talking about that for a month now, and tonight we were on the moon, and we said, well, let's do it tonight. This is a good night since the moon, it's not always that the moon lines up with the Bozo Net.
Yep, that's true. Well, I've been seeing it out there, but I guess if you see the moon, then that means there's a lot of sun on it, and that means it's noisy.
Oh, no.
It depends where your noise is and everything. A couple of days ago, the sun, of course, with the sun was lined up right in line with the moon, and that was pretty noisy, but I still worked a few guys, even when the moon was within a degree, both azimuth and elevation of the sun. So, by the way, when I left Mike's yesterday, I was telling him, I think I'm just going to go back up Highway 49. I haven't gone that way. And he says, okay, we'll just go down to this road and turn right, go up there where it dead ends, make a left, and you'll hit 41 and take that. So I did, and I checked it on my maps, and it was exactly the same time for me to get to Sonora that way than if I had gone down the hill on 99 and then back up the hill. So anyway, and it was really enjoyable. I got to see where O'Neill's is.
Okay, yeah. So you went up, I think it's 211. What I do from Mike's house is I go over on the 208 there and head over to 41, and then I turn right in 41 and go up that way. If I go up to O'Neill's, which I do when I go to the post office, I have to come back down to 406.
Oh, I see. Well, you know, the thing that I noticed was they must have started numbering the highways from like Fresno, because when you get up to Mike's, then there are the 200s, and then when you get up toward your way, there's the 300s, and then when you get up closer to Corscold and everything, there are the 400s, and I saw 500. I think I even saw a 600 when I was headed for Mariposa.
And then they ran out of toes.
Yeah, there's some 600, like a 601 or 6 something over towards, what is it? The granite place up there, Raymond. So there's a couple of those up that way.
When they get past 600, they have to put sticks between their toes and count the sticks.
Yeah, you want to go higher than 10, you got to take off your hands. Wait a minute, no, that's not.
Well, you just have to have 60 people sitting around in a ring, and then you could go past 600, see?
I see, and a multiplier person, and it gets really complicated.
Well, that's Indian math.
Use your slide rule, huh?
Good night, guys.
Good night, Mike.
Yeah, when you slide those beads around, you got to be careful you don't get in the wind or you lose your place.
Or get a splinter between your toes.
Anyway, Dave, I can't remember. Have you ever been by my QTH?
By your place? No, I never have. One of these days I got to get up there and tug on one of those towers and help you put it up. I didn't even know where O'Neill's was. O'Neill's, right? Yeah. And then I came up there, and the first thing I saw was, of course, O'Neill's, and then Corscold, and then let me see that other place. Anyway, and then I got into Mariposa, and then Coulterville, and then kind of that way. So, yeah, I watched the time because I was interested. I'm going to go that way from now on. Heck, it's way better than going down and getting stuck on all that traffic on 99.
Yeah, it's a more pleasurable, scenic drive, too. Yeah, you've been very close to Rob's house. He lives on the other side of 41. So when you turned onto 41 from O'Neill's, that road that went through O'Neill's, and you turned onto 41, you went up by a road that turns off to Rob's place, what, a mile or two up, Rob?
Yeah, he went above me on 211 and got on 200, and then came over to 41, I think. So he got onto 200, a little bit south of O'Neill's, and there was Spring Valley School right there.
Yeah, I saw the O'Neill's Chevron station, I think, was what it was called, and then I knew I was at O'Neill's.
Well, it's not really, let's see, what do they call that? Yeah, they built a new station there in the corner of 41 and 200, and I'm not sure what the name is, but it has something to do with O'Neill's, I think. But it's not really the town of O'Neill's. It's further up to 200. You would have had to turn right instead of left to go to O'Neill's, and it's only about another mile up the road.
Yeah, well, where you were at the Chevron station, that road is the one that goes to O'Neill's, but when you came up my road, 211, and turned left, you turned away from the town. Over.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, I really didn't have my map out looking. I just kind of followed your directions, and then when I got up to 41, I looked to see where I was, but very enjoyable, really enjoyable. You know, I didn't get tired because I was bored. I was looking at everything, and a lot of nice pine trees and everything. So it was great. Yeah, I'm going that way from now on.
Yeah, there's some nice houses up there on 211. There's one as you're going up, as soon as you turn on 211 from Mike's 208, you look up and high on top of a hill, there's this big, huge white mansion.
Yeah, I noticed those kind of places, those DX locations, those VHF hilltop locations. Yeah, I always spot those. Also, as I came up the road, I saw a bunch of antennas up on a mountain, and I looked on my map, and it was called Goat Mountain.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I don't remember which repeaters are up there, but I think that's where some of them are.
That's the Condor.
Well, there's Goat Mountain, and then as you go further east, or I don't know, north anyway, it was then not Berryessa, but you know that it's a pretty famous mountain up there, and it's got all sorts of commercial antennas up there. Not Berryessa. There's actually a town is named after it, or the mountain is named after the town, and it's right up there by. Yeah, a little further than Goat Mountain, just about where, I can't remember that town, but anyway, right there.
Yeah, Aaron said that the Condor setup is on that Goat Mountain there. Go ahead, Aaron. You're hearing Dave? Is he hearing you?
Yes, if he's pointed the correct direction. But, yeah, and I imagine there's probably multiple mountains in California called Goat Mountain, but one of them has our local 220 machine up there. It's the one that's next to Bass Lake. So, but you might have been farther north. I don't know. As I said, they like to, yeah, there's like 3 different mountains in California called Bear Mountain, so go figure. You know, we're not very original around here. KA6US.
I know there's a lot of bear mountains. Yeah, Goat Mountain. Goat Mountain is, and you're right, it was near Bass Lake, Goat Mountain, and they had all sorts of pretty good-sized towers up there. And then, boy, the other one, yeah, it's off of Highway 49, almost to Mariposa, very close to Mariposa, and it's off to the left there, east of Highway 49, and it's got a lot of equipment up there, too.
That's Mount Bullion.
Bullion, that's it. Yeah, I always lose that. Bullion, I should remember that. It's like money.
Yeah, that's where the Turlock Club has their stuff, and part of my network for the library goes through there because we have a microwave system up there in Mariposa County. So yeah, Mount Bullion's a very popular spot. I've actually been up to the top of there. Ken Holden took me up there once. He has a Univision at a translator or TV station or something up there. So a long time ago, he took me up there. So, but yeah, that's a very, very popular spot. And yeah, you're driving right into Mariposa, and it's like right there, and it's just covered in antennas.
Yeah, there's a little town called Mount Bullion too there, and yeah, well, it was a fun trip and seeing all that stuff. You know, those repeaters that are up on Bullion and Goat Mountain and other ones that are tucked in up east in the foothills from you guys, I have a hard time picking up some of those because I got to go around a corner. There's other mountains between me and them, you know. I have a easier time working you guys than I do some of those higher peaks that are east of you.
Well, we'll just give you some repeaters over there on like Joaquin Ridge, or you know, over by Coalinga. You'd probably hit that stuff no problem over there.
Oh, I can hit that stuff on a dummy load. Yeah, that 06 repeater on Joaquin Ridge down there. It is just absolutely blast in here. Actually, it's as loud as W6CX on Diablo, and yeah, I've got a really good path down that way, and but not so good over further west, like getting down into Santa Barbara. I've worked Black's Mountain or Black's Peak or something down there, and then SLO, those repeaters, SLO and W6TO, I think, down there. But anyway, yeah, FMDXing.
W6TV, and that's off the air because he's a silent key. But yeah, I used to be able to hit that repeater from here. That one was up on Cuesta Grade It was in a great spot, but yeah, guy went silent key and they pulled the repeater off the air, unfortunately, which happens quite a bit. Either people come in, swoop in to save these things, or they just go off the air. K6US.
K6US, WA6LOL. Yeah, that must have been it. But as soon as I get past those couple of repeaters, now I can get into down there Cambria and then San Simeon. There's a peak down there with a repeater on it. I can get into that repeater, but as soon as I get past those, and then there's a valley that goes down and doglegs around to Santa Barbara, I can't get any of that stuff down there. I have my other antennas that the rotor's goofed up. I'm going to be fixing it pretty quick. I have two 13s in phase vertical and then two 13s horizontal. So anyway, I can work you guys on the two 13 horizontals, but then also I got a coax switch. I can switch to vertical. So it's really fun for DX and the repeaters and stuff. And I've gotten up into Reading from here on the repeaters, and then down as far as into LA some, and then pretty fun. It's fun to DX repeaters because you can turn them on and figure out where they're at, and then fire up the amp and make it easy getting into it. Hello? Did I go away?
Nope, I'm just listening, KM6SR. Now, when you get into the repeaters with some power, you can't hear them get back to you, can you?
Well, that's the problem, yeah, because if you can't hear them, you can't work them, right? But it's fun to find some distant repeater that's pretty noisy and you can barely hear them, and then you kick on your amplifier and they go, "My God, you're full quiet."
Yeah, I heard one down in L.A. here, about a year ago, and in the morning I heard it pretty good, and I tried a bunch of times to get a hold of them, but they weren't hearing me, so I didn't have a vertical beam that I could point down that way. I've often thought that that's what I need to do.
Well, yeah, if you were horizontal, then you were probably about 20 dB in the disadvantaged by about 20 dB, although I've been spending a little bit of time listening to signals on 2 meters, and I have one vertical and one identical horizontal. They're both identical, other than about 10 feet apart, so there'd be a little bit of difference in signal, the diversity, I think. But what I've noticed is that it's not necessarily 20 dB difference between horizontal and vertical. Sometimes it's sort of equal, and other times it's only about 3 dB down. So it just seems to be all over the place, and it's not written in stone at 20 dB. I noticed, and I always thought, it was like that was just like, in the 10 Commandments, 20 dB.
Yeah, I always hear that from Mike, so that's what I figured. No, I was using my diamond vertical trying to talk to him. I didn't thought about getting on my 9-element and putting some power into it and seeing if I could talk to him. That might have worked, huh?
Brute force, yeah. When all else fails, kick on the amp.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well I would have heard him on that one, though, so I would have had to use 2 radios to do it.
Yeah, you'd have to run across the room and pick up the microphone, and then when you put the microphone down, run across the room and put the headphones on.
Yeah, I got them on the same shelf, so but it still would have been more than I can handle at my ability levels, haha.
Yeah, and if he runs across the room, he'll fly over the railing.
Yeah, that's a possibility, although I got too much stuff in the way there, but I can run end to end.
Well, if you do that and you fly over the railing, sign over your 7 towers to me, okay?
Huh. Oh, it's good to have good friends, huh?
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, hey, somebody's got to do it, right? Yeah, we'd always joke on the boat when somebody was going to get up on the surfboard or a wakeboard and do something especially dangerous. We'd always say, wait a minute, before you get out there, if you don't make it, can I have your stuff?
Yeah, you remind me of the squirrels around here. When I shoot one, the other ones come up and start chewing on them. So, anyway, yeah, that's the way it goes, I guess.
Yeah, the hobby.
So I came out on road 200 because I came down to, 216, then to 211, and then 210. And then that's when I hit 49. So did I get pretty... I was looking around trying to figure out what mountaintop you were on, but I couldn't see anything. Nothing jumped out at me. I didn't see anything with a bunch of antennas all over it.
Well, I'm not on a mountaintop. That's my problem. I'm in a little bit of a valley here. But, no, you kind of went on the other side of the hills so you couldn't see me. If you had gone straight there instead of turning right on 211, if you kept going off of Mike's road, I can't remember what his is. Is it 217 or something like that? Or 220, I don't know. But if you went straight, that would have been 208. And you take 208 over to 41, and you end up getting on 41 at the 22-mile house, and then you turn right, then you would have gone past 406 when I'm just down there to the west off of 406.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you're kind of in a deal like me. You're not on a mountain. You're like just in the normal terrain. That's like I tell people down in the valley, I say I'm at 2,000 feet, and they go, oh, wow, you know. But it's not an oh, wow. It's just because everything around me is at 2,000 feet, too. So I might as well be at sea level, you know. I mean, and it's worse because I'm backed up by mountains that, you know, 5 minutes up the road, it's 4,000 feet. And then pretty soon, 45 minutes, an hour later, when you get up there, go east, you're at almost 12,000 feet. Well, the road gets to 10. So, yeah, there's not a lot of advantage to, you know, the ideal is, you know, you get right in the middle of a valley, and for miles around, you're the only high thing, and then you only need to be a few hundred feet up.
Yeah, you need clear sky in all directions, which I don't have. But if I can get over it, then I am up 1,000 feet off of, well, actually only 700 feet off of the Fresno area because they're at 300 elevation, and I'm at 1,000.
Yeah. My dad used to, you know, he put up TV antennas when televisions first started going in homes. And we had a situation where we had a hill right out in front of our house. I don't know how far, I'm thinking it was a few hundred feet, few hundred yards away. But it was considerably taller than us, between us and the TV station. I think there was a Sacramento, I know, there was a Sacramento station, might have been a Redding station too, that he was trying to get. And he used like a couple of television Yagis up there as like passive radiators. And then you just beam up and hit the radiator that you've put up, the two beams back to back that you put up on top of the hill, and it acts sort of like a passive repeater.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I remember when I was down the valley, I had one of those push-up mats, and I put my Radio Shack, their best antenna for TV stuff. It was a VHF, UHF one, and I put it up there in several guy lines with insulators in the middle of the guy lines so they wouldn't, you know, cause an issue with my signals. And I'd listen to KSBY over in San Luis Obispo. I listened to number 10 up there in either Sacramento or Stockton, somewhere up in the Bay Area. And I listened to the 17 and some of the other ones down in Bakersfield really well.
Yeah, I put up an antenna up on a hill up here. I had like a single wide up on top of this $1 million location. You could see lights out in the valley, and and I put a Channel Master TV amplifier on a pretty good TV antenna up there, and I could pick up Bakersfield stations pretty well from up there. It was fun to DX television when they were all running like 50,000 watts.
Yep, those are the good old days. WA6LOL, KM6SR, and K6US.
Who needs to go do the dishes? K6US. We'll catch you guys later.
You got that lawn done?
Oh, yeah, that was done earlier. It was only 95 down here, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, now I got to go clean up the mess in the kitchen. K6US.
All right, Rob. Good night. K6US, KM6SRR, WA6LOL. Well, that was very, very enjoyable, Rob, going up the hill that way. And I saw O'Neill's, and I thought, oh, there's where he lives. Anyway, you were close there, but just, it was just, you know, because it's fun to come down and see you guys, but that 99 can be brutal sometimes, especially if I'm coming down the hill heading for the hotel down there and I'm going to get in around 4 o'clock. I'm close enough to the rush hour that everything is just blocked up 20 miles north of Fresno on the 99, and it's just stop and go the whole way.
Yep, especially if you come down on a Friday, too. Oh, I remember the name, that place there, that gas station. It's O'Neill's Crossing is what it's called, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right. Maybe I was just thinking it was a Chevron station, too, but O'Neill's Crossing is absolutely, definitely it, because it was like right off the highway and then a side street right there. And I think I was going to swing in, but there was no entrance on my way heading north. I don't think there was. It seemed like as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, I can go to the bathroom there, but God